Hey guys, RB here. Just this video update on the counts that I'm looking at right now. I see some of the folks started calling the top is already in today and looking for a correction of 4 to 5%. Well, we are gonna get some correction as I talked about it in my last video and my last post. But I think we may have a little more to go up here, at least one more time. That's what I'm all looking at. If you recall from the last video, what I talked about from my counts perspective was that I'm looking at this whole wave to complete somewhere here around 6430 or so. And the reason behind that, let's go to SPX, that will be much more clear here, is that I'm looking at this to be a wave 3 completion here, right? So if my this move up here was my wave 1 and 2. I was looking at 161% extension of that, which kind of ends at 6430. And then we can get into a correction. A correction could be somewhere around 6290, or maybe at the max go up to 6200 if it's deeper, right? It can end anywhere, even at 6280 in that range as well, or maybe a little lower, somewhere here in 6264, or can come all the way into 6200, but should not go deeper than that, right? And then there will be a wave 5 up again, right? And this is just one section of it, right? So in the whole up move that started back here from April, right? This is just my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a third wave, overall third wave, which will complete up there. So we are kind of very much away from a real top. I mean, if this was my 1 and 2, all what I'm looking at is that the 3 will complete somewhere here, then there'll be a 4, then there'll be a 5. So, right? So we are kind of far away from any kind of real top right now. Whatever we're going to have is a small pullback. And within that, too, now let's go into a little. On a smaller time frame like an hourly. So when we are looking at this being a 1, 2, and right now me completing a 3 right here, what I see is that this current wave which started from here has only 3 legs into it, right? So what I'm looking at is that probably after FOMC or maybe after earnings, we probably get one more high, right? Maybe in FOMC or something like that, and that might give me my these last 5 waves, which could still be an interim top. And if that happens, and after that we start getting into some sort of a correction, which can bring us back down into 6285. Like I said, that's a pretty good level up here, right? If this is going to be a short correction, and if you will measure, let me turn off some of these indicators here. If you measure, how much is 6285 and 6200 from Fibonacci perspective, let's just see. Coming from 6400, 6240 will be 38%, a little below 6200 will be 50%, and 23% might just come a little bit above there, right? So somewhere in this range, I think this is a good point. I really like 6280, and it would be great if we get 6200, right? So that would be a gift for this wave 4. Quite deep, getting beyond 38%, and then hitting into somewhere close to 50% or so, right? Quite deep. But I really like that number, right? So great support, either the top of this balance zone or the bottom of this balance zone, right? So this is where I would look for that correction to complete. But is the top end today? No, I don't think so, right? So another thing is that we see this 4-hour divergence being built up, and this is where I think that after one more high, probably RSI hitting here tomorrow, we might just see this correction that we talked about wave 4. And in my last video, like I said, I expect the August month to be a bit choppy, and we have a 3-4% of pullback in the month of August. So that's all what I'm looking at here on SPX. Let's see first if we get the new high tomorrow. And if I see in after hours, after my level was almost reached of 6362, which I kind of shared multiple times in my post updates and the regular updates through the Discord. We almost reached there. We missed it by kind of 1 point. The low was 6263, 6363 today. I was looking at 6362, right? So I missed it by a point, and now we have started to move up again. Now, if this whole thing is this correction was just a three wave down, we know that the three wave down is only corrective, right? So which means the uptrend might just continue, and we potentially go there tomorrow at 6409, probably 6423, and be a new high, right? So there is no big top here. It's just a corrective action going on, and like I said, I want to see the one more high at 6431 or 6430, right? That's about it for SPX. And looking at US 100 or QQQ, let's take the QQQ for example here. What I was looking at was test of 570. It did more than that. It did 572, and then kind of dropped immediately after having a gap up, a little bit of a rally after open, and then dropped back. And 566.24 has been my support. Now, what I see potentially is that again one more high here, a little bit higher, 573, 574, somewhere around there, and then the correction can start on the Qs along with SPX as well, right? So again, similar count. If this was my wave 1 and 2, all we are looking at is a completion of an interim 3 here. A pullback can come to either 559 or can go deeper as 551, right? So again, about 3% to 4% correction all over, from 575s to 551, somewhere around 4 to 5%, right? And that's the correction we will be looking at in the month of August. But one more high probably can come tomorrow, right? And on the DIA, it kind of came very close to my target, but I didn't get the exact 452 which I was expecting when this rally started. That I'll have a 3, 4, and 5. It kind of made a double top. It didn't go all the way up here into 451, missed it by a couple of points, and then we started going into this ABC. Probably this fourth wave got you know got stretched a bit. Could be an ending diagonal going on or an expanding diagonal going on or something like that. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but this has kind of started going sideways too much. I would have really liked if the rally would have started just probably tomorrow and we didn't have this last leg down, right? So something which I'm watching, I would want to still see the a new high clearing above this double top, but otherwise this could go into a correction without making a new high or something like that. Could have happened, but again, this was a three waves up. Maybe the fifth got truncated. I don't know, but I still would like to see in one way or the other that it clears up the mess above here, the double top, the liquidity above, and then after that we can get a clear drop post that, right? So that's what I am looking at here. If you see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a fifth wave up, right? So once that is done, we can come back here, either into 438 right here, or worst case it can drop into somewhere around here and to the 431s, right? That would be my fourth wave for DIA. And that's let's talk about SMH a little bit as well while we are in it, right? So this was another nice trend going on up here. Very nice five waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into a fifth wave, right? And when we dissect this last leg here, all I see is that again we had like three moves, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Probably the fifth one is still pending, like just like I said in the queues. So that kind of is the next move that I'm looking at. That we probably get tomorrow, either with FOMC or after the earning reports. And post that is where we can get into some sort of a connection, right? So that's all what I'm looking at right now. And I'll update if something changes. But this is my current plan. And talking about Bitcoin a little bit here, on the similar lines, I think we are in a wave four. There should be one more move up here, and we should get into 127, 120k, 128k, somewhere around that, right? So that's all what we have. Hope this helps, and I'll give you an update post FOMC. Thank you very much. If you like my content, please do share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Bye bye.